Okay, welcome. In this video we are going to learn some Excel functions which are very useful for data analysis. The functions include logical functions, unique, lookup, counts, logical counts, trim, concatenate, max, min, and a lot of more. So let's go. Okay, there are a lot of functions in Microsoft Excel, but we are going to use some most important functions in Excel. So the first one is the max and min. So as the name implies, the max is used to find the maximum value in the range. You see, that is this value. Okay, and it's with reference to the minimum is equal to min function, and if we just select this entire range, okay, and enter, so this is the minimum value. So basically these are the two functions. Next function is going to if function. So if function tests a condition and then reacts differently depend on whether the test was true or false, which means that it will tell us that whether the condition is met or not, and what is the result if condition is met, and if the condition is not yet met, then what is going to the result. So let's suppose we have this column, and in this column we sales greater than 2 million. Okay, so is equal to if, what is the logical test, this sale amount is greater than 2 million to 123 and 123, comma, value if true. If value is true, then what it means that he will be eligible for reward. So because we have used the text, that's why we have put in the text within the inverted commas, comma, value if false. If the value is false, then uh, we will mention not eligible. Okay, and parenthesis closed, enter. Since we are using the table, that's why writing formula once, automatically it is pasted to the next all the cells. So you can see that the sale is greater than 2 million, so that's why he is eligible for reward, and here the sales is less than 2 million, not eligible for reward. So this is the if function. Next we are going to learn about the ifs function. So ifs function is basically when we have multiple conditions, so whether one or more conditions are met and return a value that corresponds to the first true condition. For example, we have condition that if sale is greater than 1 million, okay, then he will be eligible for 5% reward. If sale is greater than 2 million, then he will be eligible for 15% reward, and if sale is greater than 2.5 million, then he are going to receive 30% rewards. Okay, so if function, okay, and let's use this. Okay, while using ifs functions, we have to ensure that this formula tests the first true condition. Okay, suppose that we are going to, if we are going to use a formula that if sale is greater than 1 million, then there will be reward for 10%, and if sale is greater than 2 million, then there is a reward for 50%. In this case, let's see this, if this is a formula, okay, this is a value and the value is greater than 1 million. Okay, and if we apply a formula like if value is greater than 1 million, okay, comma, 5% reward, comma, logical test 2, if this value is greater than 2 million, okay, comma, reward should be 10%. Now you will see an error in this function. See, the value is in this row, the value is greater than 2 million, but still the reward is 5%. Why? because the formula is testing the first condition and it's evaluate and find that okay, this value amount is greater than 1 million. Obviously this amount is greater than 1 million, that's why it applies immediately 5%. So we have to write this function in a different way, that we have to mention the higher value first, is equal to if this value is greater than 2 million, okay, comma, a reward is 20%, okay, comma, the logical test 2, if the value is greater than 1 million, okay, comma, the reward will be 10%, comma, logical test 3, if the value is greater than 500,000, comma, the reward will be 2%, comma, if the value is less than or equal to 500,000, the reward will be 0%. So why I have used equal to and less than and equal to? Because we have mentioned here that the amount is greater than 500,000, then there is a commission or reward of 2%, but if the amount is less than or equal to 500,000, then there will be a 0% reward, otherwise we will get an error. Enter. Now you can see that we have all the results, 10% for this value and 0% for this value because it's less than 500,000. Suppose that if we have a value of 500,000 here, still we have 0% because the reward is we have mentioned that equal to or less than. If this value is 500,001, then definitely there will be a reward for 2%. Okay, next we have a formula, the formula which is sum. So using sum is simply is equal to sum. It what sums do, it actually give the total of selected range of cells. Okay, so if we have this range, it's simply getting the sum. So we will have the sum, this is the minimum, this is the maximum. And next is SumIf. So SumIf returns the sum of cells that meet a single condition. Suppose I want to sum the sale which are done by Umar. Okay, so Umar have done, there are two transactions related to Umar, one is this and one is this. So we want conditional actually sum. So SumIf, okay, how we are going to use the formula is equal to sum if. Okay, first one is the range. The range is basically where we are, our criteria is available. This is our range criteria, comma, next is what is the criteria. The criteria is Umar, UMER. Okay, then because it is a text, so we have used inverted comma, comma, next is sum range. So here this is our sum range and enter. Now we have the sales which is related to Umar. Okay, so we can manually check this, control and this. Okay, the sum of these two value is 2.539525, which is okay. Let's suppose we have what mother. Okay, let's suppose that just test the value of mother, and in here I will edit and type mother, enter. So we have 4 million, approximately 4 million, 4.048972. Okay, this is for sum if. And next we have some ifs, some ifs. Okay, so in some ifs we add all the numbers in a range of cells that meet multiple criteria. So let's suppose we want to calculate the sale by Umar but in Arizona state. Okay, so is equal to sum ifs. Okay, first of all the requirement is sum range, it is our sum range, comma, next is criteria range 1, this is our criteria range 1. Okay, and comma criteria. What is the criteria for this range? That is Umar, okay, comma criteria range 2. This is our criteria range 2, okay, comma, and what is the criteria? The criteria is AZ, Arizona State, and at the moment we have only 2 conditions, but we can add more conditions, okay, enter. And now we have the results, which is okay, 1.3 million something by sales by Umar in Arizona State. This, let's suppose this is also a sales by Umar, and if we change the name of state here, Arizona, now you see we have the 2.39 this, and this, the total is again 2.539525, okay. And if we change the name, the state here, New York, okay, so now only for the sales by Umar in Arizona State. So this is for SumIf. Next is count function. We have count function, okay. Count simply do is actually the count the total number of cells in the range that contains a number, okay, is equal to count. And if we count for this and enter, we have 9. One more thing, the count function does not count the cells which contain text. Let's test count, okay, we will do it here, count, and if we count this range, enter, we have 0 because there is no number. Let's suppose if I have 1, enter, this is number, we have result of 1 in this cell, okay. And for just for an additional function, if you want to count the cells which are not empty, then you have to use the count a function, count a, count or count all. So now if I count this, we will result 9. This is even if we have 1, or even if we have a text number or text, it doesn't matter. However, if we have something empty, then this is the empty cell, it excludes the empty cell, okay. So count a function is useful whenever you have to count the cells which are not empty. Next we have COUNTIF. Similarly to SumIf, the COUNTIF functions count whenever there is a condition at it only consider one condition, okay. COUNTIF, okay, is equal to COUNTIF, COUNTIF, okay. And we have range, this is our range, okay, comma criteria is Umar, okay, Umar, and enter, we have count of 2, okay. We can also count if for numbers where we have some, let's suppose we want to count where sale is less than 500,000, okay. So count if, okay, this range, comma, and less than, inverted comma, less than 500,000, okay, enter. And there is a problem, and if I put it in the end, enter, okay, 2, yes. So now we have 2 cells in this table where the sales amount is less than 500,000, okay. We can also check for greater than, okay, greater than 2 million, okay, enter. And 3, 1, 2, and 3, okay. So we can use COUNTIF to actually count the lines or rows, okay. Next we have COUNTIFs. Similarly to SumIfs, COUNTIFs count multiple conditions, okay. Consider multiple conditions, COUNTIFs, okay. Criteria range, let's suppose we have a criteria range where we have to count Umar, okay, comma criteria is Umar, comma criteria range to, now we will apply where the Umar have sales more than 2 million, okay. So we will consider this sales amount and column, comma criteria range 2 is double quote, and the uh, greater than 1.3 million. Okay, 1.3 million. Okay, and in close enter. So there is only one actually, one, control X to control V here, enter. Okay, COUNTIFS. So there is only one actually transaction in this range which is done by Umar, and the sale amount is greater than 1.3 million. You know, there are two transactions, one is this and one is this. So obviously this is the only one which is greater than 1.3 million. Okay, next we have to use a function called length, len. What len length do is actually is simply count the number of characters in a cell, length. Okay, and for this actually enter, it results that there are 14 characters in this actually cell. The number of characters are 14, so we can use this actually to count the number of characters in a string. Next we have the function that is trim. What trim do actually, trim actually remove the extra spaces. Okay, let's suppose here is my company name 12th analytics. Okay, and there is one space at in the end and one additional space between 12th and analytics. Now if I use trim function, okay, and enter, you will observe that no, there is no extra space between these two letters, the 12th and analytics. Okay, so we use this function to remove the unwanted spaces or character from the text. Next we have formula of text, left. What left do, it left actually pick up the value from the left of any actually number of characters, desired number of characters from the beginning of a cell. Suppose we want the first letter of each state. Okay, first character of the each state symbol, symbol, yes, okay, or synonym. We will use here left. Okay, is equal to left. Okay, text, which text, this text. Okay, comma, number of characters. If I press 1, enter, you see that now we have the first character of each text. Each, let's suppose we want 2, enter. Okay, now we have 2. So we can use this left function with different actually formulas to actually get some results or some actually text, or sometimes we actually get some words. It's very useful formula. Next is for right. So we use right actually similarly to left. Right returns the desired number of characters from the end of the cells. Okay, so is equal to right. Let's suppose for this cell we want the last, the two characters from right. Okay, enter, you see eligible, le, and reward rd. So we have right and left functions to actually extract or return the desired number of characters from the end or from the start of the text. Okay, next we have substitute. Okay, next we have substitute. What substitute do is, substitute replaces the existing text with a new text in the text string. Suppose you do not want this the name of okay, uh, uh, okay, you do not want the in the name of company names, and let's suppose there is also a the. You want to actually replace the function, the word with an any other text. So is equal to substitute text. This is the text. Okay, comma, old text, inverted comma, the. Okay, comma, new text, uh, my choice. Okay, so and enter. Okay, you see that we have the name of company, new firm, same the new firm, but the new firm has been replaced with my choice new firm. Similarly, so for Roxanne, the Roxanne the we have changed to Roxanne my choice. So that this is the use of substitute. Next is concatenate. Concatenate allows you to combine the value of several cells into one. Let's suppose we want to combine the results of this left and right in a in a substitute in a single cell, okay, or column. Concatenate, okay, and is equal to now previously it was concatenate, now we have concat, but whatever you like you can use according to the Excel version. Concatenate text 1 is this, comma, text 2 is this, enter. You see now we have joined these two columns. We can also include space with between them actually to separate these in a single cell. So concatenate and text 1 is this, comma. For text 2 we can use space, but we cannot enter space because it's a string, so we have to use double quote in space, double quote or inverted comma, now comma, and right, enter. You see now we have space between these two joins. Next we have a formula of days. Days function determines the number of calendar days between two dates, okay. So let's suppose we have a date for today, okay, enter. And today is let's suppose we are assuming that it's 31st December 2020, okay. So we have to now find the number of days between the order and the date we have marked as a criteria or today, okay. Days function is equal to days end date, this is our end date, comma, where is our start date, this is our start date, enter. And now we have number of days between these two dates, the okay. Next is network days. What network work days does. Network work days formula determines the number of work days between two dates as well as an option to account for holiday. Okay, let's do this. Okay, and network days. Okay, and network days. Okay, start date, our sale date, okay, order date, comma, end date, similarly the 31st December, comma, holidays. Let's suppose we have a list of holidays, okay. Okay, let me move this first. Let's uh, okay, we have to use the network days. First of all we have to we should have some holidays, because list of holidays, okay. Holidays were on 1st December 2020, okay. There was also an holiday on 25th November 2020, okay. So there was also an holiday on 1st September 2020. Okay, assuming that there were only 3 holidays, now is equal to network days, okay. Start date, this one, comma, end date, this one, comma, the list of holidays. Here is our list of holidays. We will anchor it actually by pressing F4 key and enter. Now you see net working days is actually only considering the working days, not all days. In days, you see we had all the days between two dates, but in network days we have only we are only considering the working days, so it excluding the working days, it is excluding the weekends, Saturday, Sunday, and it is also excluding these 3 dates as well. So if we have days, then there were 120 days between 31st December and the order date 1st September 2020. And if we are considering the networking days, there are only 85 days, also excluding the holidays. We can customize this working weekend as well in different regions of the world. There are different actually days of weekends, like some countries there's only one off day there, but in some regions there is Friday and Saturday is considered as a weekend. So there is a different formula for actually to accommodate the different weekends. Next we have unique function. What unique function does, it actually returns a list of unique value in a list or range. Values can be text, number, dates, time, anything. Okay, suppose we have let's suppose we can use unique, unique. Okay, unique. And here, okay, here is our list. Okay, and enter. You see we have the list, and with removing the all the duplicates. Okay, similarly, let's suppose unique. Okay, and we have this list. Okay, of date, enter. So because it's actually short date. Okay, now you see 31st December 2020, because there was only one different date. Let's suppose there is also a date of 1st January 2020, enter. And if I copy this for formatting, you see now we have two actually. This is very powerful function to extract unique from an array or a list. Okay, next is lookup function. What lookup function perform is, lookup function performs an approximate match lookup in a one column or one row range and returns the corresponding value from another one column or new range. Okay, let's test this. uh, okay, I will use here. Okay, lookup is equal to lookup. Okay, lookup value. Suppose we are looking for um, uh, Umar. Okay, Umar, comma, lookup vector. We have to look up vector. Okay, and result vector. This is our result vector. Enter, and we have this value for Umar. Okay, so why is lookup is different from VLOOKUP? In VLOOKUP, actually we can only fetch the result if the resulting value is right to the lookup range. Okay, but with lookup function we can actually fetch the results from any different side, maybe from left or from right. Okay, now the sale amount is on the left of the lookup range, but this function fetch the results from the actually left side. So lookup actually find the position of the text, and then uh, and in the result vector it actually simply pick the number or text or string on that position of the serial. So this is actually a very powerful function where we are not able to use VLOOKUP function. Okay, there are also a lot of functions we can perform using lookup. So for details, please contact us and also subscribe to our channel. Thank you.